Hello, my courageous, captivating Capricorns. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi the Scorpio, and I'm here to deliver your guided healing tarot for the month of March. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And Capricorn, you are only 2 likes away from getting a twin flame bonus this past month. I'm doing twin flame bonus readings for whichever sign gets the most likes. Of course, you will also come first for next month's guided healing. But let's get started. Okay, so this is what came out in the cleansing ceremony, Capricorn. We had the Page of Cups in reverse. So this is telling me that there's some underdeveloped divine feminine and divine masculine energy when it comes to the emotional world, and you're really done with that. Like, you're done having an unevolved emotional relationship with somebody. Okay, so you know, the Page of Cups coming out in reverse is telling me that you're kind of done with this. This can be someone, maybe a water sign that you've decided you no longer want to be with, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Or it could just be someone who's not, you know, stable enough to where your emotional energy in relation to it is also not stable. Because the Page of Cups in this deck is the Encantados, which are the enchanted one in Brazilian myths. And they are masculine shapeshifters. They're dolphin spirits who come out and they take the form of handsome young men. But, you know, just like the actual dolphin, right? Dolphin spirits, they, like dolphins that are in the ocean, they like to have, you know, sex with a lot of other dolphins, right? Like even, you know, heterosexual, homosexual sex, like, you know, just for pleasure, even though they can mate with a partner. You know, they like to get high, you know, with the puffer fish and stuff. So they have a very active social life like that. And the Encantados are particularly known for kind of being careless when it comes to, you know, sharing that of like, you know, just kind of being with whoever they want and, you know, like seducing, but not really being real, right? There's some sort of risk involved when it comes to getting an emotional offering. As you can see, like, you know, the Page of Cups is spilling his cup, so it can include any sort of mind-altering substances, alcohol, drugs that are involved here. And it really looks like you're just done with that. Like, you don't have time for that kind of energy around you. However, with the Eight of Swords, you know, it is telling me that there is some sort of cycle that is repeating when it comes to either your own mind or the way that you are communicating with this person. And you're kind of going down with the ship. It's like you're done with that. Like, oh, I'm just so over this. But also, it's still bringing you down in some sort of way. Okay. What came out was a Trainer Revitalizer. So Trainer always indicates the other person. So this other person's coming out again, and it looks like they do want to revitalize a relationship with you. They want like another try, but also look how those look like wine bottles. Anytime this card comes out, I do say that it could be that they've revitalized some sort of addiction or habit, you know, mind-altering substances, drinking. And it does seem to be like you are understanding that there's some sort of cycle like that is repeating. So there's your confirmation if you need it. We have Ralts using smack. So this was telling me that this has been kind of a smack in the third eye. Like, it's definitely part of the mental processes of, you know, finding this out or having to go through once again this, you know, physical cycle of the same thing. Ralts I always take as inner child healing, and it goes right in hand with, like, you know, bottle feeding. I was very much getting like inner child oral fixation problems. And then we had a special kind of dark type energy called dangerous energy come out in reverse. So, you know, Spirit's already saying that there is going to be some dark energy in this read, but it's not dangerous. So, you know, it's okay. All right, Capricorn. So this is what we are going to be doing for this month's reading. We are going to look at what emotional depths are you in? What emotional depths are you in, right? Because we're in Pisces season, which is that deep, dark, you know, watery abyss of the unknown, the unseen realm, right? And then we're going to see what is keeping you down, what is keeping you stuck there. And we do see that you've been going down, 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 down. Okay. And so, yeah, then we're going to see what's keeping you down. And then we're going to take a look into how do we bring you to shore. That's going to be the physical and earth element to ground you. And then we're going to take a look into how do we dry you off, which is the mental, the air element that you're going to need. Because, right, you know, we have to get out of the water, ground ourselves, dry off so that we can prepare for the Aries season spark. which is the true new beginning, right? Pisces season signals the end of the astrological new year. So I'm sure, you know, more than around December, you're probably feeling how, you know, in less than a month, it's really going to be the start of the new year. There's a lot of really fresh energy coming in, and we want to make sure that you are prepared for that, Capricorn. And of course, we will also look into some advice on how to manifest the highest vibrational timeline. I will let you know, I know that my readings this month are coming out a little bit late for some of the signs, and it's because I've been very busy with some with private readings. So I am going to be closing my books for private readings until Taurus season is over. So if you are interested in a private reading, now would be the time to book with me, because I'm going to close my books for tarot at the end of Pisces season so that I can focus on my astrological services as well as some other creative projects. Yeah, if you're interested, let me know. And I will continue to, of course, do my YouTube series. So sorry for the long intro, Capricorn, but I know that you like to be informed. So there you go. All right, let's get it started, Cappy. Let's see, what emotional depths are you in? Seven of Wands. Yeah, so you know how we had that like mind smack energy? That's like how this feels. Like there's literally some form of mind control here, okay? And it's like something's able to manipulate your mental state, and then it causes you to like act a certain way. So there's definitely some sort of mind manipulation going on. You might feel like someone's trying to puppeteer you, someone's trying to control you, someone's trying to control the way that you think. Let's get a little bit more information. Tell me more about the Seven of Wands. Five of Swords in reverse. So yeah, there's some sort of like mind manipulation, and I'm hearing like I told you so kind of thing. It seems like someone did not listen to some sort of message. And it's funny, another sign kind of got this, it might have been Libra, but I'm not totally sure. Check the ones that have been published before you, Capricorn, if any of them are like your placements, your top three, or the person you're dealing with. But yeah, the Five of Swords is telling me that like you didn't trust your inner child in some sort of way. And now there's like this knowing that someone has been trying to manipulate your thoughts and like control you in every way, right? Because the Seven of Wands has to do with like how you're able to use your passion and how you're able to like literally take action towards something, or you know, use your kundalini, your creative potential to, you know, enforce your own will of what you want. But someone has been here in the head pulling strings. This can be particularly when it comes to either a person in a relationship with, or a third party that's been like manipulating you so that you can't be with somebody. With the Five of Swords in reverse, again, it's telling me that like there was some sort of conflict when it came to trying to trust the voice of the inner child, and it just wasn't trusted. The story of this card, a father's taking his child through these woods, and the child starts saying like, no, Dad, we need to turn around and go home. Like there's something in here and it's going to get me. Like there's an evil spirit, and, you know, that's going to kill me. And the dad's, you know, thinking like, oh, you know, the child is just, you know, being a kid, you know, fooling around, imagination. You know what I mean? Like all of those really terrible doubts that some parents put in their children when, you know, denying their reality and, you know, not allowing them to trust their intuition and their emotional body. Well, you know, lo and behold, here comes this spirit that comes and kills the child. Sorry, Capricorn. Yeah, it's dark. It's not dangerous. It's not a dangerous spread, but it is getting dark. So the thing is, and then, you know, the father is just stuck with that regret and, you know, of not trusting the child here, right? And so it seems like that's what happened. Like there was some sort of like warning about this, and the intuition just wasn't trusted. And there's some sort of like, what I'm getting is there's some sort of situation that happened like that, of like kind of like an I told you so sort of thing. But there's this want to avoid any sort of confrontation or conflict in the like in communication with a certain person. So instead, like you're just kind of talking to them in your head, and it's really, you know, pulling at some strings. Let's see what's the light energy. We have Stunkfish using Rumble. Yeah, there was definitely some sort of fight here. That's the thing. It's like you know, there was some sort of fight. There's an I told you so moment. And then there's this like want to not revisit the conversation again, because like not wanting to have to deal kind of with the consequences of what has happened. But the thing is that like, there's also, of course, this mind control aspect of what is, you know, a part of these emotional depths. Yeah, so there was some sort of rumble. There's some fighting energy here. This is the sacral chakra. So again, it is telling me that there is some sort of connection when it comes to how you are emotionally and sensually connected to this other person. It says it conceals itself in the mud of the seashore. Then it waits. When prey touches it, it delivers a jolt of electricity. Yeah, so that's kind of how I'm feeling, is like, you know, it waits on the seashore. And I feel like that's kind of how it is. Like, you're in these emotional depths that every time that you've come to shore, you've kind of gotten shocked. Like, you've gotten electrocuted, you've gotten hurt in some sort of way. So, you know, through like the fighting energy. And yet concealing itself on the seashore, it literally feels like, you know, you're in these emotional depths, right? And as you can see, it's kind of like, you know, underwater sort of thing. And then the person who is doing like the mind control is just like veiled. Like they know how to conceal themselves. Let's see, what's the shadow here? Continuous headbutt, Birabelle. Yeah, so I mean, it is like a constant fighting energy. You know what I mean? And of course, because there is this, you know, mind control sort of energy. And of course, you're going to be in a continuous headbutt when it comes to that. Because if someone's trying to control you, right, through your mind, you're going to be fighting back, and it's going to be a continuous headbutt. Very like Aries energy, you know what I mean? Like how rams are continuously like headbutting something. But we do have beaver spirit, which does talk about, you know, creating dams. So it looks like you're trying to, you know, dam up your emotional world so that you don't have to, you know, deal with the water, right? It's like you're gonna, like what a Capricorn does best, right? Go to work. Just go to work and build something in order to keep the water out. Let's see. It says, it makes its nest by damming streams with bark and mud. It is known as an industrious worker. Yeah, so the thing is like, yeah, you are in emotional depths, but you're kind of avoiding the shadow work. You're, you know, damming that area so that you don't have to deal with some of these waters, and you're more focusing on work. Like, you're an industrious worker. So it does look like you'd rather work on something that you can control rather than, you know, deal with the emotions that have to do with sort of this mind control energy. All right, let's see what's keeping you down. What's keeping you down? What's keeping you stuck? Ace of Swords. So yeah, I mean, part of it is that you haven't had this conversation. You know, Ace of Swords means new communication coming in. And the thing is like, it's all mental because there's not some sort of new beginning in communication. Tell me more about this. The Hermit in reverse. So it could be because, you know, I'm going to tell it to you straight, Capricorn, like, there is some shadow work that you have refused to do that hasn't been completed yet. And that's why this new beginning as the Ace of Swords upright can't happen. Like, you're trying to avoid the chaos. Like, the Ace of Swords in this deck is a poltergeist, which, you know, obviously causes chaos. And you know that if conversation is started again, it's kind of this I told you so, like, you know, like, ran from the truth sort of thing. And it's like, there is a want to have a new beginning, but you can't have it because you're afraid of the chaos that it's going to bring. And it's because of some sort of, like, you haven't fully withdrawn from the situation in order to do this shadow work and to find the answer, right? It feels like you're not grounded either. Like, look at the Hermit in this deck, like, very much, you know, witch of the forest, in tune with nature and things. So it does look like, you know, the fact that you aren't grounded is kind of keeping you stuck where you are. And it kind of feels like this, of kind of damming those emotions. Again, it's shadow work that you're just pushing off. What's the light energy here? Starly call for pals in reverse. So you might not even be talking to your friends about this. It's like you feel like you can't really talk to your friends because they don't understand. Like, you know, like none of your friends can give you the advice that you need in order to, you know, have this new beginning, or even how to do this shadow work, how to truly, you know, remove yourself from this situation. It can be that like you have friends that have been stopping you from doing your shadow work, and how to, you know, bring about what you truly want when it comes to, you know, either a new mental process for yourself, but it does really feel like communication with somebody else. It says, they flock around mountains and fields chasing after bug Pokemon. Their singing is noisy and annoying. Yeah, so it feels like, you know, some of the people that you're around, you're just like annoyed. Like you understand that there's this, you know, like chasing type energy, and, you know, like things bug you, and what, you know, what these people talk about, and what, you know, just the energy and stuff. It's weird. Like, yeah, my thing, like, yeah, it's just not, it's not good. Like, it's just disharmonious. And it's really annoying you, the kind of people that you are surrounded with right now. But it's like you don't know how to change it, and it's because you haven't done your shadow work. So you don't even know how to have any sort of new kind of conversation, because all you've been around is people who like annoy you, and what they say is annoying, and, you know, they bug you. And it seems like these are people who like gossip and talk about really frivolous stuff. Let's see what's the shadow here. Toga kiss using aura sphere. Yeah, and this is influencing your aura. This is influencing your aura. So this is in your aura sphere. Like, of course, you're not going to have any sort of mental clarity or new beginning, because these people who you don't even resonate with anymore are still in your auric sphere, instead of, you know, withdrawing like the hermit, right? Because the hermit is when you take away your energy from the situation and you go into hermit mode, and you're by yourself, right? And that's when you find the light that's in the shadow, which is doing your shadow work, right? Going into the shadow and finding the answer. So with Toga Kiss, this can be some sort of romantic relationship maybe that you're in. You know, fairy type does indicate, you know, a soulmate relationship. So it's like these soulmates that are yours, you know, you don't even want to talk to them because all they do is annoy you. Yeah, but they're still, again, this is in the shadow. They're in your auric sphere. You're still stuck with this. It says, it shares many blessings with people who respect one another's rights and avoid needless strife. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's like, you know, it seems like you're finally getting to that energy of, you know, like, why am I friends or around these people when, you know, they don't respect me? There's, you know, fighting, there's, you know, rumbling, there's continuous headbutting, there's, you know, an attempt of mind control, there's an I told you so energy. It's just, you know, and, you know, it seems like you're understanding that you need to be around people who respect you and your free will, right? Respect one another's rights. If someone's trying to control your mind, they're not respecting your rights. Could be in like the LGBTQA+ community that you're like starting maybe to realize that you're a part of it. Look how it's like, you know, rainbowy, or even that like that community maybe is no longer serving you. What is kind of the focus of, you know, like what they're talking about and interested in, you know, definitely a shift of, like friend group is what I'm feeling. With Toga Kiss, I definitely get some angelic energy. So let's see what angel wants to bring us into the extended. Like I said, Capricorn, we're going to take a look into, you know, how do we bring you to shore? the physical earth element. How do we dry you off? That's the mental air element. And then some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline. And then, of course, some oracle advice as well. So let's see what angel wants to bring us into the extended. Angel therapy. Yeah, I mean, honestly, with this, I was feeling like, you know, maybe you've relied on your friends for a long time for certain things, but this is something that you can't do with your friends. Like, this is something that really needs a changed mindset. This is something that, you know, like really needs you to do your shadow work, which can include therapy and stuff, and not the kind that just like controls your mind, but to actually work through your shadows and these things that you've been avoiding. So with Archangel Raphael, we have, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. Yeah, so, you know, all of this sort of heavy energy, the angels do want to help you. And we have that with Togakis coming in, like, give these burdens to the angelic forces. These are very high vibrational beings. And, you know, give them your problems so that they can take care of those burdens. And that way, you know, those burdens go away. And what comes to your auric sphere? People who respect you, you know, people who, you know, think that you have rights, right? And that, you know, avoid needless strife, no drama. I'm hearing Mary J. Blige, like, no more drama. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, like I said, if you're interested in following me into the extended, the link is in the description box below, and I will see you there. And if not, then if we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I am sending you so, so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah.